that's how it ended. MFM 2, Abia Warriors 1. That win took MFM to 14th on the log. Beautiful. I thought it was a sexy goal scored by Clement Ogo.
Yeah, that was a beautiful free kick. Well, like you said earlier, since there's no football, at least we got the joy of watching the NPFL, and seeing the highlights was beautiful. That was a free kick, a lovely one. Normally, free kick is about, I tell people, the hardest technique to do in the football is not even scoring penalty or anything. It is free kick. It takes precision to score a free kick. You have to check the goalkeeper's positioning, and aside that, you have to be very accurate yourself. Most free kick takers in that angle will take it to the goalkeeper's right, but he decided to go to the other angle, and that was a beautiful. Well, since football is not in play, I can't remember the last time I saw a free kick go. So that was a beautiful free kick to watch.
And it came from the Nigeria Professional Football League. And just in case persons don't understand how difficult it is to take free kicks, you know, growing up, and when I started liking football, I used to wonder, Bolu, that persons will be in front of the goalkeeper for a penalty kick, and then they'll miss it.
Then
and then so we take a free
like
kick.
There are 4 or 5 players.
Yeah, and there's a wall. The goalkeeper has covered his
And it's
position.
even farther.
And they still score. So that takes some skill.
The little football I played, I probably could do many things, but free kick is not part of it. I did a few free kick trainings. I know how hard it is. There are different techniques. Taking it above the wall and landing, it's a different technique entirely, which is very difficult. Taking it around the wall, the likes of David Beckham's technique, is completely difficult. There's no easy free kick style.
Never. Then Roberto Carlos came and redefined it for us.
Sometimes go S, sometimes go C. I think you have to respect any player that scores free kick. That's why you can't talk about football, even though he didn't have so many skills. That's Juninho. The fact that he's a free kick specialist, no technique, no swerve, no curve, nothing, but kicks the ball and it goes directly to the back of the post. I think it's beautiful to watch. Clement Ogo would definitely check this goal again and smile and say, yes, if for nothing, I scored a beautiful goal.
And I say, so if he's looking at, if a club in Europe wants him to come around for trial, he says, what, you mean you've not seen that goal? what sort of trial do you want again? And so shout out to Clement Ogo of MFM. He's been on good form and playing beautiful football. So let's see what MFM can do. They are now 14th on the log. That defeat pushed Abia Warriors to 16th on the log. They must start winning again. But sadly, they need to wait for the resumption of the league because right now, everything has been suspended. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, I've got more where that highlight came from. We'll get to listen to the coaches. They've been reacting after that game between MFM and Abia Warriors. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
Time appears to fly so quickly. The past, the present, and future. The meeting point is the treasure chest, felt in a song, laced in words, crafted in images.
Hello, I trust you enjoyed our cruise. Great to have you join us.
Captured on Art House at these times, because life is on. Afrobeat is breaking new grounds daily. Nollywood is on the rise again. So much going on in the fashion world. We will help you keep tabs on the top news and latest from these industries. So join us on Entertainment News on Channels Television at these times.
Welcome back, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning sports-loving Channels Television. We're taking a look at what went down on March Day 25 of the Nigeria Professional Football League, MFM, in Lagos at the Agege Stadium, to be precise, defeated Abia Warriors 2-1. Tony Bullos, the coach of MFM, they told him to step aside, but now he's back trying to, see if he can keep MFM playing top-flight football. He's not smiling much, but there's some relief after that win over Abia Warriors. He's been reacting. Let's listen to him.
We put in everything at that first half to be able to achieve our aim. At the end of the day, if not for the little error. And hopefully, we've seen 1 or 2 lapses again. We'll work on it. And you know, the goal scoring has started coming. And that has been the major problem, to be able to solve that. I knew very well, because we've played against this team before, and I knew we're definitely going to win this game if we do the right thing, which the boys were able to do high pressing at the beginning, and we achieve our aim. A game I really want to take a revenge on. It's a revenge mission. We're definitely going to that place. I will not come back empty-handed by the special grace of God.
I feel amazing and I feel happy because it hasn't been busy for me, because I've been trying to get a goal since league started. I'm very, very happy and I give thanks to God Almighty. If you check, we are leading 2-0 down before, so we have to calm ourselves down. So on the contrary, where we are calming ourselves, they started playing, so we have to maintain our peace. Before league will finish, I believe we will see ourselves in the top 4, because we are going to go with the same spirit we played here. So we are going to face Enugu, and I believe we are going to come out with a maximum point from Enugu.
You know, most of the times when you have players that they are bound to play to the gallery, that is just it. I just found out that my attacker, because he's from here, he just wants to impress people. When you're an attacker and you don't score goal, how do people see you? So we had a lot of scoring chances in the first half, and we missed them. They had their own and they scored. You know, so we went to the dressing room and we have to tell them that, look, this is the time we have to come out and play. So unfortunately, it did not go away. I did not tell them anything more, just to ginger them, tell them, look, go and play, this is your game. MFM is not a team that will play and will go home without a point. So I was very, very surprised that we had other chances in the first half. Then in the second half, we found out that we played. I think that they used all those efforts in the first half that have made the day. There is nobody who does not want to win. So we came here to have at least a point. So unfortunately, it did not work out that way. I've always been under pressure, right from the time I started as an acting technical advisor. So I'm used to pressure. So we'll go home and we'll work hard. We'll make it up. Yeah, we are playing against my former team. So we are going home to work hard. We are going to make sure that we get the 3 points.
So reactions from the coach of MFM, Tony Bolos, and then we'll listen to Dennis Obasi, who scored the first goal in that match against Abia. And then Willie Ulube says, my striker came to Lagos just because he's from Lagos. He wanted to impress, play to the gallery, and he wasn't so impressed with the player. But hey, if you look at MFM and Abia, was almost on the same position. So the team that needed the victory the most got it.
What happened on the log was they just swapped places. MFM was 16th, but now they just moved. Well, I think I understand what the coach was trying to say, that if you don't score goals, then what are you playing to the gallery for? But it's football. Normally, it happens that, okay, my friends are here, my family, let me try to. But at the same time, that doesn't show you're a professional. You have to ignore the sound, ignore everything, focus on your job. When you score, then you can go to your friends, celebrate and everything. But I think it's a good game. We're discussing the Tony Bulus situation of I think he will be most excited now that, okay, yeah, I'm back on the touchline. I'm doing it. Fortunately for him, they got the win. You could see the sigh of relief on his face that, wow, we got this is their first victory in 6. Even at home, their first win in 3 home games. They went 2 draws, Rangers and Heartland playing goal. The Heartland goalless draw was a big surprise to many persons, because Heartland, they've been up and down, not direct, and they had to play goalless.
Lechuku could boast that he knows the team.
I know the team,
and can peg them. They lost to Eimba in Lagos. It wasn't so good. So, but then you can tell that because of their form, Abia Warriors were still confident that they can come here and also get a point. That's what the coach was saying.
And at the same time, they got disappointed. Now, for Abia Warriors, what they've been doing now is, well, it's many teams in the NPFL win at home, draw or lose away, win at home, lose away. But like Riley said, they think, well, Yimba, if they've won just 1 in 4 games at home, remember they defeated Kano Pillars, but after that lost to Yimba 2 goals later. Well, we can pick up something. And the coach was really, really disappointed in the game. But well, kudos to MFM. Like I tell people, when I'm analyzing the Nigerian league, maybe because I stay in Lagos, I'm always a bit biased towards MFM that let's see you guys win. At least if there's a team that is certain I will watch in the season, it's MFM because they are here in Lagos. So good win for MFM and Tony Bullis.
Good win for MFM. They won that game 2-1. Now 14th on the log. And next for them is Eimba. Dennis Obasi is confident that they can go away. And if Eimba can come here to win, they can also win at Eimba. But they need to wait because we don't know when the season will return. That's what the table looks like now after match day 25. Plateau United, they're still the kings of the Nigeria Professional Football League with 49 points. Rivers United, they're second with 45 points. And Lobby Stars still pushing with 43 points. They are third. The team that got me talking, Bolu, at about the time they were still in the CAF Confederation Cup, they were like 15th, 16th on the log, fighting relegation. Now Rangers, they are fourth on the log, and they went to Uyo to actually show that they can give us champion stuff.
There was a time they were even, I think, 18th or 19th. There was a time they were in the relegation zone during the season. That was when they brought in Salisu Yusuf to help, although they were told to help with the continent. Even though towards it, they picked up form on the continent too late, but now focus is back. They are fourth on the league with a game at hand. If they win that game at hand, they will definitely get closer. That means they'll be 3 points behind Lobby Stars.
Wow.
And definitely they are a team that can see. I think I'm happy for them. All the talks of poor form, all the talks of what the Salisu is doing in the team, all the talks of the coaching team, they are not doing their job well, probably have been put to the side. And one of the worst places to go to pick a point is Uyo, either Akwa United or Dakada. Dakada have even been playing better football than Akwa United themselves. Yeah. And interestingly, this weekend we had 24 goals, and of those games we had 5 players scoring a brace. And this game had 2 of those players. Izolabia got a brace, and interesting, Dakada scored for us. They equalized from Izolabia.
Look at this run from Osasoko. Look at that. To get into the box and be able to pick a man, and then you score a fine goal.
You call stuff like that, the player washing the grass. Beautiful skill from there. Then Izolabia got a brace. And one thing, things like this bring back the talk of people will not see this because it's not on TV. We need to do everything we can. There was a time, I think Shehu Diko said the reports accredited to him was because the media think there are less OB van. And you say to yourself, there are at least 2 TV stations in every state in this country. You can find a way. We need to have a league, or at least a highlight show. We need to see these beautiful goals. Look at the goals scored here. Look at the free kick scored by Ogu. We need to watch all these things. And even though Rangers were reduced to 10 later on in the game, it was too late to get any goal, and they secured all 3 points. 5-goal thriller, you don't even see that all the time in Europe. I think it was a beautiful game to watch. And Ajayi Oluwafemi, you can't take it away from me. He scored the 2 goals from Dakada, but his 2 goals could not earn them any points.
Do anything because Rangers, the flying antelopes, that's what they are called. They are indeed flying. Now 4th on the log, went to Uyo to win, and so with that, they will be hoping to keep the momentum. Another team that is flying, they're not looking back. When I had the coach in the studio, Abdul Maikaba, he said, look, they have learned their lessons from last season. Plateau United, they're on top of the log. And look, since the season started, Plateau United have been telling us one thing: catch us if you can, Bolu.
Well, Plateau United, they have the best record at home. They have the best record away. And I remember when someone, I think it was Abdul Maikaba, that put up a post that who will win the Premier League this, and people were saying, I told them point blank, the team that has the highest points away from home will likely win the league, because that's always a big task. And if you can achieve that in the NPFL, you are definitely going for good. And Plateau United is showing that we can do that. Remember their last away game, they still won that game. And this time around, they won at home 2-1. I think it's good victory. One thing Plateau United have done well this season, they've been playing beautiful football, and their fans are really appreciating that, and they are having more crowd at Stadia per week. Now they are not showing any signs of relenting. Yes, if Enyimba win all their outstanding games, they will go above them. But will Enyimba win all their outstanding games? But Plateau United, what they are doing is win every game as it comes. Even I remember the weekend 2 weeks ago when Lobby Stars and Rivers United won at home. Plateau were away. They still picked up 3 points away from home. Not showing.
And that was right after they dropped points against Akwa. And I think Rivers. So when they drop points,
people thought it was gone. I think the Lobby or Rivers overtook them on the top of the log.
So what they got so disciplined, they would drop points at home, and then the next 2 games going away, and they pick up points. That's when they came to Lagos, also picked one from MFM, went away, won. That's making it 4. Then since then they've been winning their home matches, and that's what they did against Kwara United. They won that one, showed us that look, they are determined, they're staying focused on the league title. So Plateau United at the moment, they're the team to beat. I think 4 points clear
4 points,
now.
yeah, that's what I was going. 4 points clear. You have to catch me if you can. And with the way Lobby and Rivers here, winning away as well once in a while. But you can, if you can pick one of those 3 teams that win all 3 points away from home, definitely it's Plateau United. And if there's one you can pick to win at home, it is Plateau United. I think to dethrone them or to take them away from that top spot this season, you have to do much more than your best because they are not looking like a team that are losing. They are not just winning. They are playing well, winning possession, playing, scoring beautiful goals, and that's what is rare in Nigeria. And any team that has that, and like you said, they have a coach who knows what he's doing.
Prof.
He knows what he's doing. So that's why I feel it's hard to catch them. You have to sweat it out to catch them. Yeah, if I'm to predict it, it may be Enyimba because they have outstanding game, but they are 13 points behind. If they win 3 of those games, they are getting closer.
Maybe Rivers United also.
Yeah, Rivers too. Yeah, Lobby, the draw against Kano Pillars has probably taken Lobby Stars away from the title chase.
Because they were doing so well with the chase. But hey, it's football. You never know. After the action comes the reaction. So confirmation of the league table for you right there to show that Plateau United, they're the team to beat. They're going nowhere. They're on top of the league table. So everything will pause now on match day 25. We're waiting. Coronavirus, when you are ready, give us our football back so that we'll get to see more action. Let's go to Just now to take some reaction. Abdul Maikaba is pretty excited that his team, they're doing so well. Let's listen to him on the show tonight.
I can say actually we have started so well, even in the first round. We have about 4 or 5 unbeaten runs. But when we start losing, more especially away from home, we sat down with the players, we discussed why are we conceding goals away from home. So we worked seriously on our problems, and we started to get a clean sheet away from home. And it comes to a situation where we played 6 games without conceding a goal, home or away. So we are still pushing, we are working very hard. Now that the number of games is getting too many, you can see fatigue is evident in the players. So definitely we need to rest some, bring some in. So in that process, we are having some issues, difficulty, because most of the players we are bringing have stayed so long without games. But they are getting it now. And we hope with this weekend, it will work seriously for us. Sign of fatigue is evident in the players. You can see deterioration of techniques. You can see loss of concentration, and so many other factors that can, is a sign of fatigue. But we'll rest them. We'll know how to manage this fatigue to get results in subsequent games.
You said it all. We lost the game first half. Early minute of the game, we couldn't come into the game on time. That period, they were able to get their opportunity and they converted it. And that will make the difference in this game. You can see that second half, we came out with all what we have, but we could not be able to score the second goal, even though we scored a goal. So and that was what made the difference. It was Delta Star then, before we took over Delta Star. That was the time they came to Warri, to Asaba, and defeated Delta Star. But that notwithstanding, we took off from Delta Star. We still believe it's still the same Kwara United that lost home and away. So no problem. He will fight to run away, live to fight another time.
I like that. He'll fight another day. But it's not looking good for Kwara United, Bolu. They got a slot of Delta Force, and now they are sinking deep down into relegation. They are 19th on the log. So it seems that they bought a ticket to stay in the league, and they might just be leaving the league.
Well, the only good news for them presently is that they are still not far away. They're
From
just
the others.
4 points away from Heartland, who are 13th on the log. But that 4 points may be very, very massive for them. And I think they could try to take the home and away loss away from them.
That is not also...
They lost in Delta in the first leg. That was, even though it turned Delta Force to Delta Stars, that it is not also that, well, technically you can say they defeated us home and they... But we looked at Plateau United's impressive run. The last time they lost a game was in Ondo to Sunshine Stars in January. Wow. I think the last week in January. Since then, they've won games and drew a few. Right. So it means being at the top is not by fluke. And they've had lots of clean sheets. And part of those games was a 5-0 victory. You don't get to see 5-0 all the time in Nigeria. So
what about what happened to Eimba?
The Eimba was a big shock. That's one of the games that caused chaos in the camp of Eimba. The game that cost the
coach
gone.
You have to leave. They scored beautiful goals in that match. Played fluent football, fluent. They were moving the ball. They showed us that they won the league title, and it was from that match I said, don't take your eyes off this team.
So, and it's impressive. One thing I tell people is every weekend, every match in the NPFL, when the games are done, the first thing I check is how many away victories. Okay, how many did you get? Okay, this round we have 3. Yeah. How many? Okay, none. Okay, do we have draws? Yes, because that's one of the things I used to tell critics. At least we had the way win this time. You won't complain. And that is what Plateau United are showing. We are not losing at home. We are not losing away. The worst comes to worst, we can get a draw against whoever the opponent. Sometimes when you go in with that kind of a heart, with that kind of attitude, you are sure of. Even if we lose, well, it happens. But we are not going into the game to lose. The last loss, like I said, was to Sunshine. And they played MFM away. They played Dakar away. They didn't lose any of those games. I think Plateau United presently are a team to catch.
Team to catch. They're the team to beat. And they're the team that look like they actually want to win the league title. So, league football suspended due to the coronavirus outbreak. The league management company, they've said it's still further notice. So we're waiting to see Plateau United and Coach Abdul Maikaba. They will have their hands on their cheek, hoping for the league to come back when they are still on fire. Because it's very, very important, because the league might come back now with a different feel, and then we'll be telling a different story. So that's it, match day 25 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. So let's go away from the men to the women. And we have a beautiful women's game in Nigeria. The Nigeria Women's Football League is led by Aisha Falode, and she and her team, they're working so hard to not just play football, but use football to empower the girl child. And that's what they've been trying to do. We're waiting for the league to start. The league should have started, was it 3 days ago? But due to some irregularities by some clubs, particularly those that have not been paying, they said, look, we're going to... And at that time, it wasn't coronavirus. They said that they are going to, push the league for 1 week, Bolu, just so these 11 clubs that are defaulting will have time to fulfill registration requirements. But now the NFF has said football should be off for 4 weeks, so we're not going to have women's football too.
Well, I think I was here when the day they did the inauguration, the rebranding and everything. And the fault I had with that rebranding was we have 1 division and we have problems. Why have 3 divisions? Why not merge everyone to 1, or at least have 2 divisions? And that is one of the things we are seeing now. But I like the fact that they are making a stand. If you are not doing this, we are not starting the league. It's embarrassing in a league of 16 teams, only 4. I think now there are 5 teams that have fulfilled all righteousness. You are sure of payment, and you are sure that whenever your player gets injured, you can treat them and all. The truth is, if those are the only 5 teams at the end of this 4, because from NFF, 4 weeks of any sport in the football activity. Let's see what happens after then. If after 4 weeks, those teams are not ready, we can check those in the lower division. If everyone is ready, you can have just 1, play football, let them feel the pain. Maybe if they do, they can come back the next season and feel, well, okay, now we are ready. And of all these teams, the one I'm really surprised and shocked at is Robo Queens and Ibom Angels. I'm surprised both teams are
so
part
I
of
said
it.
On the show, can Akwa Ibom stop Dakar and Akwa United from playing proper league football because you're not paying the male players? So the women's league, they have a right to say, is it because they're ladies?
Yeah.
Is that why we're treating them this way? I also saw Delta Queens there. So it means we're not doing the simple things to
Sunshine,
develop football.
Oshun, Delta, and all of them. And the question they will ask you is, especially for states that have 2 clubs in the male league. For example, we have 2 Delta teams in the male league, a female team from Delta. Yeah, you can say not the same board sort of, but the truth is everybody will ask you questions. For you talked about the Akwa Ibom, you have 2, even though, remember the controversy of they are the feeder team of Akwa United, they had to change name and all, and now Ibom Queens are falling short of this same thing. Robo Queens, I'm really, really surprised at them that they are also falling short. So I think I like the stand Aisha followed that the NWFL team are taking. We are not starting because enough is enough of all these walkover games.
And they are protecting the interest of the players.
Yeah.
What kind of player? There are some of the clubs there, some have not paid players for 7 months, Bolu. Someone is running and kicking football, a lady, and you're not paying her for 7 months. Doesn't speak well of us. And it's not just about payments of wages and salaries. Medicals, very, very important. At the time, was still mourning Chineme Martins and what happened at Nassau United. We shouldn't be having this with the women, because if you take care of a man one way, you should take care of a woman 3 ways.
Yeah.
So we must take it seriously.
And I remember when they talked of the coach for the female team, one of the things they said was we have to check for a coach that understands women, because if you are more of the harsh man kind of coach, you can't survive. So I think I like that. One thing, I'm not a fan of all the walkover games. I've said it over time. If it takes 2 teams to play the female league, let's just play a final and move on. But on this ground, I'm really, really standing with them. You have to secure players. Even as a male player, you have to secure them. One of the things they're fighting for now is you need to provide medicals and all. Then for female football, I think it's essential. If they can't solve it, let's put everything on hold.
It's crucial.